Alright, we'll have Durable playing against CmaccompH. So Durable will be playing as Paladin deck, and we do see it's a control Paladin deck, which is like it's Nazal type of Paladin deck, I assume. And we do see CmaccompH playing Freeze Mage. Wow, very decks that we don't really see that much play anymore. And they both have the Power Core card backs. My god.
This is the mirror of all mirrors.
Yeah, it is. So I actually think Freeze Mage is actually quite favored against this matchup, just because the Control Paladin can actually play really slow enough that the Freeze Mage can actually ramp up a lot of its spells and just play Emperor on like 6. And it was actually pretty disgusting after that. So just hero powering 1/1. Alright, just fire blasting it down. Nothing much going on, just going back and forth with this is a hero power. I think just because of the hero power from CmaccompH, Durable does have a little tell that it's going to be a control-oriented type of mage deck. Potentially like a Freeze Mage or a Grinder type of mage, but we don't really see Grinder Mage that much, so it's definitely going to be Freeze Mage.
And Alex Straza from Paladin, this is interesting.
Oh man, Alex Straza. Maybe to activate the Chill Moss effect, one of the only dragons. I guess because Control Paladin can actually play long enough that I can actually draw both Alex Straza and Chill Moss at the same time, just to activate its effect if need be. And I guess Nazal also brings back Chill Moss just so Alex Straza can activate its effect.
Wait a second, is this that deck that I was talking about the other day? This could be the Reno Paladin with 2 Doomsayers. This was one of the things that Reno Paladin with 2 Doomsayers. It's one of the things that the Chinese used a lot on ladders. They run Reno Paladin with 2 Doomsayers, and the reason I remember it is because I was watching a tournament where basically one of them lost just because he didn't pull both Doomsayers, and they're both in his deck. So that could be what we're seeing here, because you have Chilma, you have Alex Straza, Rag, Harrison, you have all these big minions, so that might be what we're seeing here.
Yeah, I definitely like to see that. It's actually really interesting if that's actually the case. It's actually a unique type of deck. I haven't actually seen it before, so I would actually be pretty psyched to see more of a Durable's deck at the moment. So we do see a Corn Ragnaros here. Ragnaros is one of the really strong cards against Freeze Mage, just because if you can freeze the board, it can still consistently deal 8 points of damage consistently.
Definitely.
Yeah, and something that's 8 health is actually really hard to Freeze Mage to actually handle. Just because you have to waste like a lot of resources on it, like such as like a Fireball and then something else, like probably another Frostbolt, and you're already wasting so much damage at the same time.
And if he goes for the Frost Nova Doomsayer, it's going to get immediately taken down by the Kodo. And this could just be over for CmaccompH pretty quickly. He might even be in a situation where he has to self Alex Straza.
Yeah.
But this is definitely an issue.
Mirror Images, that's actually also quite interesting too.
And then if you end turn, you have a 1 and 3 to hit it with Rag.
Yeah. I definitely like that.
But he's just going to go... Oh, he could hit Rag with still. Nope, not going to hit it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Worst possible outcome.
Yeah.
But he does still have the 4-5 on board. So
he does definitely have another 4-5 on board. With the Alex Straza, since the damage itself is actually pretty huge. So Alex Straza does come down from CmaccompH.
Yeah, and this is definitely going to be... I'm feeling Reno here with the Zoth.
It's actually really interesting type of deck. Ooh, the quality coming down right away. So only using 2 mana just so that you can heal yourself for 14. I definitely like that. It allows you to deal with the Alex Straza and heal yourself full to just get yourself away from lethal range if CmaccompH actually has it.
Yeah, and definitely we're going to see the Chilma coming down soon just because of the N'Zoth. And, okay. So this might lead me kind of away from the Reno thing. Because 2 Kodos is definitely a huge risk to have both in your deck. And 2 Pyromancers. So maybe I was a little bit off on that, but...
Yeah. Actually a very interesting type of deck. I would definitely like to get this list from him and actually play it.
The only thing that I don't love about this deck is I think, looking at... Maybe it's just his opening hand, but I think it would be very weak against an aggro deck.
Yeah, I would actually think so as well. Like, there's too many heavy type of cost kind of minions. I guess like you need to draw into your power or your Doomsayer to actually contest like the
Yeah.
early game. But if you don't have that, then you're pretty
Doomsayer,
doomed.
Doomsayer against an aggro deck, I think, is just a damage eater.
Especially when they have the crazy alchemist now as well. Like a lot of
Yeah.
aggressive decks just take it in just so they can handle it right away. So Alexstrasza, his own Alexstrasza is actually coming down this turn. Not using it for self-healing just in case that the Freeze Mage actually has or has enough damage for lethal range. But I definitely like this. It puts the pressure on board. It does supply you like an 8/8 to actually go to the face with. So it definitely is not bad. But we do see CmaccompH using the Fireball and the Alexstrasza with another Forbidden Torch, which is not too bad because he will be getting Roaring Torch later on in the game. So decides to ping the Kodo, maybe following up with another ping the following turn just to move it.
Yeah, this is definitely looking much better for Durable right now. He just has so many big minions that can't be dealt with at this point. And he actually does not have a dragon in hand, so his minions will be safe.
Yeah. I feel mainly Durable just plays the Chillmon just for the Nazav, just so he gets a taunt with Nazav. Because most of the time, unless you're playing Infested Tauren, you don't really get the taunt from Death Rattles, just because Belcher is gone now, which is one of the best Death Rattle taunts in the game.
Yeah, and definitely I think you could almost, yeah, just Kodo here.
Yeah, I definitely like Kodo. Let's do it. Puts you so ahead on board. Like even when CMAC like flame strikes, he still needs to ping. So like ping either the Kodo or the Chillmon, but obviously the Chillmon. But yeah, so at least one minion actually survives here. So picking up the Arcane Intellect, he can actually decide to actually... Well, no, he will probably Flame Strike and ping this turn, just because there's actually a lot of damage on board, and you are at 8 health, so you can easily clock the block that you actually have right now. So Flame Strike will be coming down, leaving Koda at 3-1, which is not that strong. But we do see that Durable can pop the block right now with the Consecrate, and that is what he decides to do. So it's actually...
There's just too big of a threat on the board. I don't think there's anything really that CMAC can do.
Yeah, playing another creature just in case, hoping that will deal the extra damage for lethal. Well, if CMAC can actually clear this board, their Durable doesn't really have that 1 damage to actually reduce lethal, so it's actually quite good. So 2 Nothings Engineers actually being picked up with an Arcane Intellect. I guess like CMAC is actually looking for answers now to actually survive. We do see a couple burst cards in his hand. We do see double Frostbolt with the Blood Mage and Ice Slants and another Fireball. So it's actually not that bad in terms of burst potential. But Durable is at 30 health, so it's really hard to actually bring him back down with those kind of spells. So he's definitely not ready yet. And he does decide to use the Frostbolt onto the Harrison just to delay the game a little bit more, just because he is at 1 health right now.
Yeah, and this is gonna be wrapping up pretty quickly, I think.
Oh man, that Nazav. That Nazav, bring back Karn and Chillmon. That's actually quite a threatening board. So I don't really see CMAC actually coming back from this game, so he will probably use his double Novice Engineers just to see if he actually gets... Oh man, a Blizzard is picked up, so that will allow him to stall actually another turn, so... Oh man. Yeah, since you have the Manitou, I definitely like to Novice Engine here, just to get more answers and more burst potential. So a Power Blast is being picked up, so we do know CMAX is playing the Power Blast, and it does have
Tyrion, oh my goodness.
Yeah, Tyrion is something that's pretty disgusting here. Even if it's removed, that Ashbringer is gonna do a lot of work.
Yeah, unless there's some type of silence here, this is it. And as we can see, there is nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
This is just it.
Yeah.
Looks like it's gonna be wrapping up for Dirt. Oh wait, no, he's gonna go for the Acolyte Ping. Maybe he gets another Blizz. No.
Frost Nova, maybe.
Yeah, Frost Nova could survive another turn. But why is that card backwards? Is that because he conceded? Is that card backwards for you? Yeah, he conceded.
Yeah, unfortunately.